In a tweet that sparked widespread discussion, @OpenMainNet declared that a $1 trillion market cap is within reach for Pi Network. The message urged users to hold on to their PiCoin and consider accumulating more, emphasizing long-term vision over short-term price fluctuations. This sentiment reflects a growing belief among Pi Network supporters that the project is poised to become a major force in the crypto and Web3 landscape. Have you been mining Pi coins for years and wondering if it's really worth it? Are you curious why experts believe Pi Network could be the biggest crypto breakthrough of our time? I'm about to answer all these burning questions and more. In this video, I'll show you why believers are holding tight to their Pi coins, what makes this network different from every other crypto project, and the amazing potential that could make early holders very happy. But here's the exciting part. I'm also going to reveal the 3 key factors that could push Pi Network to that trillion-dollar dream. Plus, I'll share some insider insights about the upcoming Open Mainnet launch that most people don't know about. Before we dive in today, let's greet and welcome my incredible pioneers from around the world. Whether you're watching from Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, United States, India, Philippines, Canada, Kenya, or anywhere else on this beautiful planet, I'm absolutely thrilled to share this incredible news with you today. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest Pi Network updates. And don't forget to drop a comment saying, "Pi Network to the moon," along with your country and flag. Let's fill the comments with pioneer pride and show the world how powerful and united our global community really is. Let's start with the big question everyone is asking. Can Pi Network really reach a $1 trillion market cap? To put this in perspective, only a few companies in history have reached this milestone. Apple was the first company to hit $1 trillion. Bitcoin reached over $1 trillion at its peak. So we're talking about joining some very exclusive company here. But here's what makes Pi Network fascinating. While other cryptocurrencies require expensive mining equipment or huge amounts of money to get started, Pi Network chose a completely different path. They made it possible for anyone with a smartphone to participate. Think about this for a moment. There are over 5 billion smartphone users worldwide. If Pi Network can tap into even a small fraction of this market, we're looking at adoption numbers that could dwarf traditional cryptocurrencies. Now, you might be thinking, what's so different about Pi Network? Great question. Let me break it down for you. First, Pi Network focuses on real people, not just big investors. Every user needs to verify their identity, which means no fake accounts or bots manipulating the system. This creates trust from day one. Second, the mining process is completely eco-friendly. While Bitcoin uses more electricity than entire countries, Pi Network runs on your phone without draining your battery. This solves one of the biggest problems in crypto today. Third, Pi Network is building a complete ecosystem. They're not just creating a coin, they're building apps, marketplaces, and tools that people can actually use in their daily lives. Here's something incredible. Pi Network has built one of the largest cryptocurrency communities in the world, with over 50 million users across more than 230 countries. That's bigger than the population of most countries. But it's not just about numbers. These users, called pioneers, are actively engaged. They're testing apps, providing feedback, and spreading the word to friends and family. This organic growth is exactly what successful projects need. When you have millions of people who believe in a project and actively use it, that creates real value. It's not just speculation, it's actual utility and adoption. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Pi Network is preparing to launch their Open Mainnet. This is huge news that many people are overlooking. What does this mean? Right now, Pi coins exist in a closed system. Once Open Mainnet launches, these coins will be able to trade freely on exchanges and be used in real-world applications. Imagine this scenario. Millions of people who have been mining Pi for years suddenly have access to trade their coins. Businesses start accepting Pi as payment. developers build apps using PiCoins. This could create massive demand almost overnight. So, why are Pi Network believers so confident? Let me share 3 key reasons. First, they understand that the best crypto investments require patience. Bitcoin holders who waited through the early years saw incredible returns. Pi Network believers are applying the same strategy. Second, they see the potential for mass adoption. Unlike other cryptocurrencies that feel complicated and technical, Pi Network is designed for regular people. This third, they believe in the team and the vision. The Pi Network team includes Stanford PhD graduates with experience from top tech companies. They're building something that could change how the world thinks about digital money. Pi Network isn't just riding the crypto wave, they're positioning themselves for the entire Web3 revolution. Web3 is the next version of the internet where users control their own data and digital assets. In this new internet, we'll need easy-to-use digital currencies for buying, selling, and trading. Pi Network is building exactly that, a user-friendly currency that anyone can understand and use. Think about how the internet changed everything in the 1990s. Web3 could have an even bigger impact, and Pi Network wants to be the currency that powers this new digital world. Here's another powerful angle. Billions of people around the world don't have access to traditional banking services. They can't get loans, save money safely, or send money to family members easily. Pi Network could change this. With just a smartphone, anyone can join the Pi Network and participate in the global digital economy. This isn't just about making money, it's about giving people financial freedom and opportunity. When you think about the social impact of including billions of new people in the global economy, the potential becomes even more exciting. Now, if you're holding PiCoins or thinking about getting involved, here's what the smart money is doing. They're staying informed by following official Pi Network updates and community discussions. They're participating actively in the ecosystem, testing new features and providing feedback. Most importantly, they're thinking long-term. They understand that revolutionary technologies take time to develop, but when they succeed, the rewards can be life-changing. The Pi Network team isn't just talking about the future, they're building it right now. They've already released several apps that let users spend their Pi coins on real goods and services. There's Pi Browser for browsing, Web3 websites, Pi Chat for secure messaging, and even marketplaces where people can buy and sell items using Pi coins. As more apps launch and more businesses accept Pi coins, the utility and demand will continue to grow. This is how cryptocurrencies build real value, through actual use cases that solve real problems. Here's a concept that many people don't fully understand: the network effect. The more people who use Pi Network, the more valuable it becomes for everyone. Think about social media platforms. Facebook became valuable because everyone was using it. The same principle applies to cryptocurrencies. As more people mine, hold, and use Pi coins, the entire network becomes stronger and more valuable. With millions of users already on board, Pi Network has a massive head start on this network effect. The Pi Network team is taking their time to make sure everything is perfect for the open mainnet launch. They're testing security, building partnerships, and making sure the system can handle millions of users. This careful approach might seem slow to some people, but it's exactly what you want from a project that could handle trillions of dollars in value. Better to launch right than to launch fast and have problems later. So, can Pi Network really reach a $1 trillion market cap? Here's my analysis. If Pi Network captures just 2% of the global cryptocurrency market, they would easily surpass the $1 trillion mark. With their user-friendly approach and massive community, this doesn't seem impossible. The key factors will be successful: open mainnet launch, continued user growth, real-world adoption by businesses, and development of useful applications. Unlike many crypto projects that focus only on speculation, Pi Network is building something that regular people can actually use. They're solving real problems like financial inclusion, energy consumption, and user-friendly design. This practical approach, combined with their massive user base, creates a foundation for sustainable long-term growth rather than just hype-driven price spikes. PiBridge has just launched a high-yield staking program that's completely changing the game for Pi holders. For the first time ever, you can earn up to 18% annual percentage yield on your Pi tokens without mining, without trading, and without any complex strategies. Think about this for a moment. While traditional banks offer you maybe 1% on your savings, PiBridge is offering Pi holders the chance to earn 9% to 18% annually. That's potentially 18 times more than what your money would earn sitting in a regular bank account. Here's where it gets really interesting. PiBridge has created two different staking options. You can stake your original Pi tokens and earn between 9% to 12% APY. Or you can stake PIB tokens, which are PiBridge's native tokens, and earn the full 9% to 18% APY range. The process is incredibly simple. You connect your Pi wallet to PiBridge, choose how many tokens you want to stake, and then you start earning daily rewards automatically. No complicated procedures, no technical knowledge required. Your rewards compound daily, which means you're earning money on your earnings. But this staking program isn't happening in isolation. It's part of a massive ecosystem expansion that's been building momentum throughout 2025. Pi Network just rolled out their August 2025 app update, and the improvements are incredible. The new update includes enhanced KYC verification, which means more users are getting approved faster. They've added email-based two-factor authentication for better security. Plus, there's now integrated support for decentralized applications, which means developers can build more tools and services on Pi Network. And here's something most people don't realize. The mainnet migration is accelerating rapidly. Millions of users are completing their 5-step checklist, and migrated tokens now have a 14-day holding period. This might sound like a restriction, but it's actually brilliant because it prevents mass selling and helps stabilize Pi's value. Now, PiBridge isn't just a staking platform. It's positioning itself as a complete Web3 financial ecosystem. They're offering farming and liquidity provision, lending services with collateralized loans, an NFT marketplace, and even e-commerce integration. Think about what this means. Pi Network is evolving from a simple cryptocurrency into a full financial ecosystem where you can earn, spend, invest, and trade all within the same network. This is the kind of real-world utility that crypto investors have been waiting for. I know what you're thinking. High returns always come with high risks, right? PiBridge has actually thought about this seriously. They've implemented smart contract audits by third-party security firms. They have pause functions that can halt transactions during emergencies. They maintain reserve funds to handle systemic risks, and they have systems that detect abnormal transactions. Here's what's really exciting about the timing of this launch. Pi Network is experiencing unprecedented momentum right now. There are rumors about PiPay V2, which could be a next-generation payment system. If this launches, it would offer merchant tools, peer-to-peer commerce, and seamless integration with Pi Wallet and decentralized apps. Imagine being able to use your Pi tokens to buy coffee, pay for services, or send money to friends anywhere in the world. That's the vision that's starting to become reality. These aren't just marketing claims. These are real protective measures that show PiBridge is thinking long-term about user safety and platform stability. For Pi holders, this represents a fundamental shift in strategy. Instead of just holding your tokens and hoping they increase in value, you can now put them to work earning passive income. You're supporting the network's liquidity and stability while growing your portfolio automatically. The staking program also solves a major problem that Pi holders have faced: what to do with your tokens while waiting for major exchange listings. Now you have a productive option that doesn't require selling or trading. Here's something crucial that many people are missing. PiBridge has mentioned that their staking pools have limited capacity. This means early participants are more likely to secure the higher return rates. As more users join and pools fill up, the available spots for maximum returns will decrease. This creates a first-mover advantage for Pi holders who act quickly and get positioned early in the program. The question isn't whether this opportunity will last forever. It won't. The question is whether you'll take advantage while it's still available. What excites me most about PiBridge isn't just the staking returns. It's what this represents for Pi Network's future. We're witnessing the birth of a comprehensive cryptocurrency ecosystem that could rival established platforms like Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain. PiBridge's multi-chain and cross-chain capabilities mean Pi Network isn't operating in isolation anymore. It's connecting with other blockchain ecosystems, which opens up possibilities for partnerships, integrations, and expanded utility that we haven't even imagined yet. The platform's Launchpad feature could become a breeding ground for innovative projects built on Pi Network. This means more applications, more services, and more reasons for people to hold and use Pi tokens. Here's something that will surprise you. Pi Network's supply has already decreased by 23%. Yes, you heard that right. While everyone is debating whether Pi needs a burn mechanism, they've already been quietly implementing it through their transaction system. Every time someone uses Pi for transactions within the ecosystem, a small portion gets permanently removed from circulation. This means that Pi Network is already becoming more scarce, and most people don't even realize it. But wait, there's more. Industry experts are now suggesting that a confirmed burn of 60 to 100 million Pi coins could stabilize prices and create massive upward pressure. Imagine what that could mean for your Pi holdings. Now, you might be thinking, but what about Pi's philosophy of being accessible to everyone? This is where things get really interesting. Pi Network is taking a completely different approach compared to other cryptocurrencies. Instead of doing massive quarterly burns like Binance Coin, Pi is using a smart, gradual approach. They're burning tokens through regular use, which means the more the ecosystem grows, the more tokens get burned. It's like a self-improving system that gets better as more people use it. The Pi community is buzzing with excitement about this. Pioneers from around the world are discussing different burn strategies. Some want regular burns, others prefer activity-based burns, and many want the community to vote on burn amounts. This democratic approach is what makes Pi Network so special. Let me ask you this. What happens when demand increases but supply decreases? Economics 101 tells us that prices go up. And that's exactly what's happening with Pi Network right now. Here are 5 game-changing benefits that Pi's burn mechanism brings to the table. First, increased scarcity. As more Pi gets burned, your remaining coins become more rare and valuable. It's like having a limited edition collectible that becomes more precious over time. Second, price stability. By balancing supply with growing demand, Pi's burn mechanism helps prevent wild price swings and creates a more stable investment environment. Third, stronger market confidence. When investors see that Pi Network actively manages its token supply, they gain more trust in the project's long-term vision. Fourth, enhanced utility. Pi's burn-on-transaction model makes every purchase more meaningful and creates a thriving marketplace ecosystem. Fifth, cleaner distribution. By removing dormant and spam tokens, Pi ensures that active community members benefit the most. But here's what really excites me about Pi Network's approach. They're not just copying what other cryptocurrencies do. They're innovating and creating something entirely new. While Bitcoin has a fixed supply and Ethereum burns tokens through gas fees, Pi Network is building a burn mechanism that grows with community usage. This means the more successful Pi becomes, the more deflationary pressure it creates. Think about it. Every app built on Pi Network, every marketplace transaction, every payment made with Pi contributes to reducing the total supply. It's like having millions of people around the world working together to increase the value of your Pi coins. Market analysts are paying close attention to Pi Network's unique approach. Some are calling it revolutionary tokenomics because it combines mass adoption with deflationary mechanics. Unlike other projects that burn tokens in big chunks, Pi's continuous burning creates steady upward pressure on price. This could be the key to sustainable growth that many cryptocurrencies struggle to achieve. The timing is also perfect. With Pi Network preparing for major exchange listings, having a proven burn mechanism in place shows potential partners that Pi is serious about long-term value creation. What makes Pi Network truly special is its community-driven approach. Right now, millions of pioneers worldwide are actively participating in discussions about burn strategies and tokenomics improvements. This isn't just about burning tokens, it's about building a sustainable ecosystem that benefits everyone. When the community has a voice in important decisions, it creates stronger commitment and better outcomes for all pioneers. The fact that Pi Network listens to its community and implements changes based on feedback shows they're building something for the long term, not just a quick profit. Looking ahead, the possibilities are endless. Pi Network could implement additional burn mechanisms as their ecosystem grows. Imagine burns triggered by new app launches on the Pi platform, marketplace milestones, community achievements, partnership announcements. Each of these could create additional deflationary pressure while celebrating the ecosystem's growth. From an investment standpoint, Pi Network's burn mechanism addresses one of the biggest concerns about high-supply cryptocurrencies. By actively reducing supply while growing utility, Pi creates a perfect storm for value appreciation. But remember, this isn't just about making money. It's about being part of a revolutionary movement that's changing how we think about digital currency and community governance. The burn mechanism ensures that early pioneers who supported the project are rewarded for their faith and patience while still maintaining accessibility for new users. Pi Network's approach could influence how future cryptocurrencies design their tokenomics. By proving that gradual, utility-based burning works better than massive periodic burns, Pi is setting a new standard for the industry. This matters because it shows that cryptocurrency projects can be both community-friendly and investor-attractive. You don't have to choose between helping people and creating value. Pi Network proves you can do both. The technical implementation of Pi's burn mechanism is also impressive. Unlike projects that require manual intervention for burns, Pi's system works automatically through smart contracts. This automation ensures consistency, transparency, and removes human error from the equation. Every burn is recorded on the blockchain, creating a permanent record of supply reduction. So, to definitively answer the original question, should Pi Network ignite a burn mechanism for a sustainable future? The answer is they already have, and it's working more brilliantly than most people ever imagined possible. Pi Network has discovered and implemented the perfect balance between accessibility and value creation. Their innovative, community-driven approach to token burning is setting completely new standards for the entire cryptocurrency industry and proving that you can build something that helps people while creating tremendous value. The incredible 23% supply reduction we've already witnessed is just the beginning of this amazing journey. As the ecosystem continues growing exponentially and more people around the world use Pi for real transactions, the burn rate will accelerate dramatically, creating even more powerful upward pressure on value that could make early pioneers incredibly wealthy. This is exactly why I'm incredibly bullish and optimistic about Pi Network's incredible future potential. They're not just another cryptocurrency trying to get rich quick. They're building a sustainable, revolutionary economic system that benefits everyone involved and could change the world forever. The combination of growing utility, decreasing supply, increasing adoption, and strong community governance creates what investment professionals call a perfect storm for dramatic value appreciation. We're witnessing the birth of something truly special and historically significant. If this comprehensive video helped you understand Pi Network's revolutionary burn mechanism and incredible potential, please give it a big thumbs up. Your likes help me create more valuable, in-depth content for our amazing global Pi community, and they help other pioneers discover this crucial information. Don't forget to write Pi Network to the moon along with your country name and flag in the comments below. Let's show the entire world how global, united, and passionate our Pi family really is. I love reading your comments and seeing our community's incredible diversity and enthusiasm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell. I'm constantly researching and sharing the latest Pi network developments, expert analysis, and insider information, and you definitely don't want to miss any updates that could significantly impact your Pi journey and potential wealth.